Hi guys, well, it is super windy out today after we got an inch of rain last night, and it's still a mess around here, and I haven't done any cleanup. Been kind of playing with this. I got the second coat of paint on this, so I hope to get it mounted on the toolcat tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. It's the way it's going to be, and the pins seem to go in real nice. Now I might have to take a die grinder and die grind some of these. I guess you guys know what I'm doing. There's high spots in there. I'm gonna have to, but I might do that after I get it on the machine. The machine will hold it real good. Anyhow, I got a lot of cleanup to do, and you can see I still haven't got any of that cleanup done, and I put all the parts back here. Going down, I'm out of wood, and I need to get some out of the wood yard, and I have not been down there. Oh, and I got to get into this thing. It doesn't look bad, but it's at a heck of an angle. I should have known better than to do that. Oh, and I got you on the tripod, kind of like a selfie stick. But I got to get some wood. But I wanted to show you something. Now I got to take the emergency brake off too. Be helpful. I'm going to go down and try to saw or gnaw some wood. I can't move the tripod around here. Wait a second. I need to bring 2 loads of wood up because there's a cold spell coming in. I got that one finished and that one finished, and counted them on my cheat sheet for how much wood I've used. But if I keep from getting into my emergency wood, I want to. The wind has been really ferocious around here, but I want to take a look and see how my latest greatest plan on keeping this stuff dry is. It either is or it ain't. We also got an inch of rain last night. That I mentioned that? On top of the day before, I think we got 2 inches of rain. Now see what's kind of neat about these? The way they puff up and catch the air and blow it through. I think I might change this so these come out a little further. I might cut these in half and extend them out a little further to keep this, because I guess when it settles it might come down like this. Yeah, there is water on the end of the wood, but that's outside water going in instead of inside water coming out. Now there's a difference to it. This one here is just a little bit too far back. That's what I'm trying to think, if these things came out a little bit further. But there's only one, I think there's only one screw in it here and one screw in it down there. That's the, what do you call it? Greenhouse plastic. Yeah, they're wet down there, which doesn't make as pretty wood, but look at the way these things just catch the wind and shoot it under. And if they can handle the wind we've had in the last few days, I think they'll be all right. It's just, will they last till next year is the question. Anyhow, we're gonna go down to the wood yard. Can you hear the wind? See the trees going? It's crazy. You might not be able to be hearing a thing with all the wind that's in here. That's probably only about a 15 mile an hour. The highest recorded I got was 36. This is probably only about a 15. I see I got a little evergreen there. A little, not evergreen, what do you call that? Holly. I'm going to transplant that up to another area, I think, next year. How wet do you think it is down here? I'm going for the plastic that's down there, and I know I got to take the one crate out and move it because it got a little damp. But like I said, that's outside water getting to the inside instead of inside going to the outside. There's a difference. This plastic has been down here for, man, more years than I can even imagine. And I don't want to, I got to get rid of all this little crap before I can get to that. So I'm gonna just cut it up and probably bring you guys along for a little bit of cutting up. There's some cutting up to do, but this is the wood that I want to get to, and so I can't get in here with the bobcat without moving all that stuff. So I'm just gonna chop it up a little bit. I sharpened the little chainsaw up, and I don't like the way the chain looks. It cut the rakers down too far, and Come on now, open up. I don't think the wind's going to make a whole lot of difference down here because if I'm running a chainsaw, you won't hear the wind anyway. I don't think. So that's where we're at. I'm going to just kind of set it here and you guys can watch and go. I'll raise this up a little bit. This little crap is tree service wood. They gave it to me, and there's a lot of big stuff they brought too, but I'm not getting into them. Haven't been down here in a while. Got the little baby chainsaw. Oh my goodness. It is mushy back here. Very mushy. Like extremely. Oh, I forgot to get my measuring stick. I got a couple measuring sticks. I wanted to light what I put it in here. Yeah, go on it. There's one. I usually have a bunch of them. Oh man, I am squishying. I don't know whether you can hear that or not. But we're gonna make this smaller and probably just, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't really feel like getting over here with Bobcat, because if I'm squishing with my feet, that Bobcat weighs at least 100 pounds more than I do. I'm going to start this up. I'm going to get my eyeballs on. By then this will be warmed up. This thing does not like to start, or I have a hard time starting it. It's like it's locked somehow. Once it's warmed up, a little bit, it starts easy. This little crap here, you don't want a 20-inch bar playing with this crap here. There's going to be a lot of chunks and hunks, which I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. I might just end up going and get, well, the bucket isn't even close. I see I got some tin over there, way over there. It's probably blown off there, but I doubt that it wasn't bolted down. Let's see what we can do here. Didn't like to run, did it? I think this is the right length. I'm not sure. I gotta measure this. This thing looks a little long. Oh. All right. Oh man, it is sticky. Now it should start right up. It'll be all right. Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to get through this, but it's going to be a booger. That thing, I don't know if you can see it. It took that rakers. That was that steel 2-in-1 thing, and I don't know if you can see that in there or not. It took those rakers way down, so it's way too aggressively cutting. Can you see that? I don't know why the 2-in-1 did that, and it's taking chunks and it's binding up. It's going to be a bear cutting this stuff. I might just end up trashing the chain or doing something, I don't know. But it's really dangerous, to be honest with you. This thing's getting sawdust. It's getting chip bound. That blade, man, is nasty. You're seeing it. It's starting to, I'm pulling it to keep it from, I'm like pulling it out of the wood instead of pushing down into it. It's starting to dull out a little bit. I had just sharpened it. Let's see. ain't even fun to run, it's dangerous. But until it gets a little duller, I'm gonna be whittling on that. I'm gonna switch, I might switch chains on it. I don't know why that 2-in-1 ate so much off that the raker or the depth gauge or whatever you want to call it. It polished it off, man. You're running straight chain. Those chips are so big that if I come down with the nose, it's got enough to pull those chips out and throw them out of the way, but then it wants to kick back or whatever they want to call it. But I'm whittling away at it, and those down there are, with that saw, the way it's pulling those big chips, normally that wouldn't bother me at all, but the way it's if I just go through it the tips, I'll whittle on that one and then call it quits, just a tip at a time, just taking little pieces. Of course, it's bigger than the bar. Maybe I won't. Yeah, ain't no point killing myself. I'm gonna finish whittling these up. And I'll put a short in to show you. I'll put a short in to show you that I'm not in the hospital. If I don't put a short in, I might be in the hospital. that little saw there is powerful and could get right dangerous the way it is right now. Normally it's not a battle like this at all. I don't know. I have no idea why I took those rakers down like that. Because I've been using those 2-in-1s by Steel for quite some time. That's what I use on that 24-inch bar that's down to nubs, and it's always just made it wrong. Maybe that particular 2-in-1 has got the depth gauge file, the wrong depth gauge file, and I'm going to write Steel a letter, because it's all preset stuff. You can't change anything, and that thing is just throwing too big of chips, that's all. Something just clobbered over here and I don't know what fell. Oh, I see. Anyhow, hit the like, and you can't like this one, or you gotta like this one, or that's what happens when you cut those rakers down too. It takes too big of chips, and every time it gets bound up, it's getting chip bound. So we'll see you later. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for a short, I hope. Sure hope. Thank you now. Bye-bye.